In today's lesson, we are going to review adding ones, tens, and hundreds. Now, we did this back in a previous unit, but we only worked with numbers within 200, and now we're going to be working with numbers within 1000. Our learning target for today, we have two of them. The first one is I can add hundreds, tens, and ones. And our second learning target is I can solve word problems with groups of hundreds, tens, and ones. Let's practice our learning targets with our mirror words. We're going to practice both of our I can statements today with our mirror words. Mirrors on. I can add hundreds, tens, and ones. Let's do it again. I can add hundreds, tens, and ones. Good. Let's learn our next one. I can solve word problems with groups of hundreds, tens, and ones. One more time. I can solve word problems with groups of hundreds, tens, and ones. Mirrors off. Great job. Make sure you go practice both of those I can statements and share your learning targets with somebody today. Now we're going to add numbers with 1, 2, and 3 digits. So let's practice solving some equations. This might look a little familiar. We did already do some addition up within 200 using 1, 2, and 3 digits in previous units, but now we're going to be adding within 1000. So first of all, we have the equation 200 plus 200. Now I can rewrite that vertically, and I would put a 2 in my hundreds, a 0 in my tens, and a 0 in my ones for my first add-in. And then my second add-in is also 200. So I would write 200, putting a 2 in my hundreds, a 0 in my tens, and 0 in my ones. And now if I draw that, I have 200 plus 200. So you can see that we have 0 in our ones, 0 in our tens, and then 200s plus 200s is equal to 400. So 200 plus 200 is 400. Let's try another one. Now, this one's a little bit different. It looks very similar, but it's not. So now I have 200 plus 20. And if I break that apart by place value, so I have 200 plus 20. Now my 20 is only a 2-digit number. So I'm going to put my 0 in my ones and a 2 in the tens. So if I draw this out, I get 200 plus 20. So it's not as easy as the last one because the last one I just had to add up my hundreds. So if I look at it, I can see I have 0 ones and I have 2 tens. I'm going to put a 2 in my tens. And then I have 2 hundreds. So I'm going to put a 2 in my hundreds. So 200 plus 20 is equal to 220. Now let's look at this one. Now I have a 3-digit being added to a 1-digit. So again, I need to be really careful when I write it out. So I have 200s, making sure I put my 2 in the hundreds, a 0 in the tens, and a 0 in the ones. And then I just have 2 ones. So I'm going to make sure I put the 2 in the ones position and I don't stick it in one of those other positions because that wouldn't give that 2 the right value. Let's draw it out. So 200 plus 2 ones. And I can see I have 2 ones, 0 tens, and 2 hundreds. So my answer is 202. Let's try a few more. Now I have a 3-digit plus a 3-digit again. So let's write it out first. Now, when I'm writing this out, this is just like using your secret code cards. except I know you don't have your secret code cards at home. So I wanted to be able to show you how to write it when you don't have those secret code cards. So all we're doing is breaking it apart by place value. Now I'm going to draw it. So I have 600 plus 200s. And when I add that up, I can see I have 0 ones, 0 tens, and all those hundreds. 6 plus 2 is 800. So my answer is 800. Now I have a 2-digit plus a 3-digit. Now I like to put my numbers that have more digits on top and then line them up. But just remember that when you're adding, it doesn't matter what order you put the numbers in. Any way you add the add-ins, you're still going to get the same total. So I'm going to take my 600 and write that one first so that I have the 3-digit number on the top. And then I'm going to write my 20. So my 2 goes in the tens, a 0 in the ones, and now I can draw my picture. So I have 20 plus 600. Do I have any ones? I don't. Now, do I have any tens? I do. I have 2 tens. And how many hundreds do I have? That's right, 6. So 620 is the answer to 20 plus 600. Let's do one more. Now I have a 1-digit plus a 3-digit. So I'm going to use the same strategy again. I'm going to take my 3-digit number and I'm going to write that one first. Oops, that's not right. Let me get my eraser on here. Oh, that's not right either. There we go. Let's fix that. That should not have been 200. All right, let's see if I can get my pen back. There we go. Okay, so this should be 600 plus 2. So I'm going to put my 2 in my ones. All right, let's draw it out. I have 2 ones plus 600. Now, when I add that up, I can see that 0 ones plus 2 ones is 2. I have no tens, and I have 600s. So my answer is 602. Now let's practice doing some word problems that use ones, tens, and hundreds. Let's read this problem together. A camping club buys some raisins. They buy 3 cartons that have 100 bags each. They also have 24 bags left from their last trip. How many bags of raisins does the club have? So let's first look at the problem and let's figure out what it is that they're asking. So we know that we have 3 cartons of 100 bags, and we also have 24 bags that were still left. So we want to know how many total raisins or bags of raisins does the club have. So we have a unknown total with 2 added. Now, 3 cartons of 3 bags each. Let's draw that. 3 cartons of 3 bags or 100 bags. That's 300. Now it says that there's 24 bags left from the last trip. So let's draw the 24. So that's 24. So our equation that we can write from that is 300 plus 24. And between using my proof drawing and my equation, I can see that 300 plus 24 is 324. I'm going to add that into my mountain. Now, when I write my answer to a word problem, I always want to make sure that my answer also has words. We call that a label. So 324 bags. And you could say bags or bags of raisins. Either way is fine. Let's review our learning target. Mirrors on. I can add hundreds, tens, and ones. Good. Let's do our next one. I can solve word problems with groups of hundreds, tens, and ones. Good job. Mirrors off. Don't forget to teach your learning target to someone else today. And also, don't forget to have fun playing some games and do the activity before you turn in your assignment.